That's why. Look, you sitting on your ass.
Don't call me Princess what?
Yeah.
What did you call me?
Princess Leia.
No. Don't call me that, Lee. I'm not gonna wear this hair anymore. Weird and awkward.
Boss player.
Babe, stop it.
Okay, is that better? All jokes aside.
Babe, you want to tell them how you're dressed from the waist down?
Oh, I'm like, we used to be smoking the shit tab. Put booger on you. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a baby?
No.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay.
The first question is from Carly Walker. She says, love your hair, girl, and this video. Can you touch on jealousy and maybe even trust?
This is a great question, Carly. And when me and Jenny met, I was a little on the wild side.
A little?
Anyway, I was totally against jealous women. I'm like, if I had a jealous woman, I would run so fast. But
did you think I was crazy?
I didn't think you were crazy. At the beginning, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but you know what? You can't be closed-minded with this. You can't listen to everything because you don't know what you might have. And this is when communication really, really comes into play. You have to talk. If you don't talk, it's not gonna work. But
yeah,
she has to learn to trust you and vice versa. And you have to earn that trust. You don't wanna blow that trust by doing stupid stuff with your boys or watching a video, or you know what videos I'm talking about, or just anything stupid. You wanna earn her trust. And you know, now that I've been with Jenny for a while, jealousy's kind of good because you can weed out the good friends from the bad. And it's good to have friends, but you want people that are going to help you, not hurt you. And that was key for me. And you know, she could look at a person in the eye when they came by and said, Lee, he's no good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then things would happen. Now, if things happen, you have to respond to that. If you don't, you're not going to get anywhere. And that's how you start to earn her trust. You got to listen to your wife. And vice versa.
Yeah, and I think that once we get that, you know, where we trust our men, it's so fun. Because before, when I was jealous and I was, you know, feeling insecure about the whole thing, I felt really unhappy because you're always wondering, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? And now that things are like, go ahead, go have fun. You know what's at home and you know what's out there, and I know that you want to come back to what's at home, so you decide. You know, and I've made that clear to him a lot of times, where I'm just like, babe, if you mess up, that's it. I'm out. I tap out, because we're all about respect now, you know, and I think you feel the same way, right?
Oh yeah. And you know what? Life is all about trials and tribulations. You know, it's a learning process, and it's, you know, a woman has to stand by you if she loves you, because it's not easy, you know, making that transition. It's tough. But if they see you making the transition, it's worth every minute an hour that you go through it with them, because it's only going to help the relationship in the long run.
Babe, but also we have to keep in mind that a lot of relationships are not healthy, and some are, some aren't. And also, if you only have one person working at it, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It has to be both of you working at it, because if there's only one of you, it might not work. It could, but it might not. So just keep that in mind. All right, so the next question is, my boyfriend and I have been together for 6 years now. We started dating around 17, 18 years old, and we've been pretty well-rounded, strong relationship. We're serious about each other and plan on marrying each other in a few years. But recently, I've been having all these thoughts about how we're so different in our likes and dislikes, from our taste, music, singers, religion, etc. Before, it really never affected me, but don't want us to be married and be unhappy with each other. We do have some similarities. What should we do? I'm so lost. And I can totally relate.
Me too.
Based on our relationship, there was a time when we were like, damn, we're really different.
I'm hip-hop, she's country.
Yeah, okay, don't say it like that.
She's from the South, I'm from the Midwest. I'm black.
I'm Mexican.
And she's Mexican. But you know what? Forget all that. Forget it. It's about what's in here. How does this feel? What is this telling you? Does it feel like you're gonna pass out? Do you get sweaty? It's just something that you can't describe, because, you know, my mom and my brothers were like, oh, you got a fever. You're moving way too fast. Slow down. When you know, you know. You've been with this person long enough, you should know by now. And if you don't, then those are some questions you have to ask yourself. and you have to ask your better half. But when you put all the differences aside, if you love that person, you work at it. And don't listen to what other people are saying, because this is your life. You have to live it.
So for me, it was getting like that when we were having disagreements in the beginning. I was really focusing on all of the negatives instead of focusing on the positives. And it's very easy to do that once you guys start pulling different directions. So maybe you should look at, like, what we did was we looked at our situation. We said, okay, something's going on here. Why are we just focusing on the negative and not the positive? And it was because we were both pulling different directions. He was going left, I was going right. And when that happens, you think about all the stuff that you are not alike. So really just learn how to respect each other. If you love each other enough, you will learn how to accept them, because we're very different. And I mean very, very, very different. And I just learned to accept that, respect that, and think of it like, well, what are we gonna do? What do you have in mind? Surprise me. What do you want to do next? Or, you know, his view on religion is different than mine sometimes. We do believe in Jesus, we do believe in God, but we think different. And that is fine, because we're two different people. So you need to learn how to accept that and actually look at it as a positive.
Compromise.
Yeah, compromise.
Compromise. You got to do that.
And stop focusing on the bad stuff.
Yeah, and don't always think the grass is green on the other side, because once you're gone, it's no turning back. I had a good friend that I actually worked with who was in a similar situation. He was like, I'm tired. He listened to his buddies. He left, and he's like, man, Lee, I wish I would have just stuck it out and worked at it.
She was so sweet.
She was awesome.
She was awesome. She always took him food. And, you know, sometimes we're always thinking maybe it is green on the other side, especially since you've been together for so long at such a young age. It could be difficult. But just remember, you might not never find that one again. Or maybe you will. That's a chance you'll have to take. All right, so the next question is, my husband is a bit of a tough one. When I try to get him to open up, he shuts down and says nothing. I try to be understanding as possible, but my question is, how do I approach him to communicate more without making him feel like he's doing something wrong?
Man, let me tell you something. That is me all the way.
I get to drink my coffee while he answers.
All the way. I know you don't know that because I'm always happy, but I've come a long way. And when me and Jenny got together, if she would say something or do something I didn't like, I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't say anything.
I hated it.
And a lot of times, it was because she was right. And I just didn't want to answer her. I really didn't. I was so mad inside.
Hold on, let me just say, girls need an answer. It kills us when we're like, what are you doing? And then you guys are just like, and we're like, do I need to just do something crazy for you to respond to me? It's almost like it drives us crazy that you don't say anything.
Jenny used to, wouldn't let it go. She would...
Till I got an answer.
Follow me downstairs if I went downstairs. Follow me upstairs if I went downstairs. I would go out I was getting ready to open the door and leave and take a walk or go for a ride. She would close the door. And that just makes him even more mad. So sometimes you have to realize that he's upset. Let him cool down. You go upstairs. Let him go downstairs, or turn on ESPN, whatever it takes.
And I have to say something, ladies. You want to get something out of them, because I know I did. I wanted him to react. I wanted him to fight back or argue back with me, because we probably grew up in a broken home. So that's all we really know sometimes. And you think it's okay, but it's not. It's not. We've gone to the point now where we argue and we give each other our space.
The yelling's not even good. It's so unhealthy, and it's so unhealthy to go to bed upset. If there's a problem, fix it. Like I said, let him cool off, talk about it.
And don't drive and argue, because there's so many accidents from couples arguing and driving. Leave it for when you get home. No matter how hard it is or how bad the conversation is, leave it for when you get home, because you're also risking other people's lives. An innocent child, whoever, an elderly person, people that have nothing to do with it. And so many accidents are caused for that reason. So just try your best.
Just don't pressure him. I mean, he's eventually...
Cornering him, right?
Cornering him, pressuring him. Eventually, if he loves you, he will open up. He will see the light. I saw the light, but sometimes you got to feel that pain.
Would it make you more closed when I would push you?
It did. I didn't even want to talk.
I really wanted him to answer me. I was like, tell me.
No bueno.
Is whenever I picture Lee gone or something wrong with him, it makes you appreciate them, because we get so caught up in every day and we take them for granted and we take each other for granted. So sometimes I think if he were ever to be gone, my eyes get watery really fast, because I'm like, I love him. I love him. I don't want anything to happen. Look, I'm getting teary-eyed right now. So sometimes you have to think, if they're not here tomorrow, how would I feel? you know, because nobody has a set date. We don't have an expiration date like our bread. So think about that for a second. And I think that is pretty much it for today. We don't want to make this a long 1 hour series. We'll bore the heck out of you.
Not trying to bore you. It's not always fun and laughs, but we make the most out of each day. You have to do that. Say your prayers together. A family that prays together stays together.
That's right.
We thank God every day for our health, to be able to walk, to talk, to see, to hear, to feel, just to enjoy life. And you'll be surprised what life has in store for you if you work at it, because life is about sacrifice. And when you make these sacrifices, good things come from them. Just remember that.
So we love you guys. Leave us your questions down below in the comments. Click like if you want to keep seeing these videos. We only have a 3 or 4 episode series, but if you guys want us to keep them coming, let us know down below in the comments. Send us your pictures. We got a couple. We'll be sharing them with you at the end of the video. Thanks again.
Hope we helped you. Peace. Have a great weekend.